So essentially, we like to give a window inside of our business, and if you're in the live cohort, you already know that, especially if you've been showing up to the live cohort. Like we share in the live cohort and in our consulting agency, we literally open the front door to our business and say, come on in and take a look at what we're doing. So a Dream 100 exercise is something that we put together yesterday, and the next factor of scaling our business is direct outreach, and we have identified mainly Instagram as that point of leverage, and also Facebook groups. We still have TikTok. Both of us are not low on TikTok, but our excitement level about TikTok is not the same as what it once was. We'll always have TikTok to get people in the Facebook group, get people to the YouTube channel. But what a Dream 100 allows us to do is we're going to identify those 100 people, or at least we have like 25 of those people who our dream customers follow. And then we're going to go right to those people and we're going to just start pounding them with outbound messaging. Personalized outbound messaging, bringing them into our system. And this comes directly from Russell Brunson's books and all of the amazing material that he puts out. So that's really the Dream 100 exercise.
Yeah. And we can break it down even deeper. So not only is it people in Facebook groups that you're going to be diving into, you have to really get inside, which is, we also worked on storytelling yesterday. Which is understanding, for one, where your clients hang out, who they're following, but it's also what kind of books do they read. So this is what we also broke down outside of just the Dream 100 of finding people that are in our field, people that hold our clients, but now what are the clients doing on that end? So this is the opposite side. Not only who are they following, what influencers they're following, but what books are they reading? What forums are they hanging out? What are the comments that you see nonstop? And this is how you do market research. Not only are you doing competitor analysis over here, but you're bringing in that side of market research to really understand what your clients are saying, what questions they're answering. And that's how you're going to position yourself as the expert, because you're going to take these questions, concerns, and things that they need, and you're going to be able to answer them as you're going forward with business and knowing what these pain points are and positioning yourself as a person who has these solutions for these problems that are basically repeated through everything that they're looking for.
So outbound messaging strategy, tell the folks about a good way to do outbound messaging. If you're cold sliding into someone's DMs, what are you doing?
That's a very hard transition. Okay.
This is why we do it live, folks. We have 4 bullet points written down, and we just got in front of the computer. Nina was caught in a massive rainstorm.
This is not shower.
So excuse the lack of structure here, but you know.
Yeah, so
this is what's going on.
Outbound messaging, if you see somebody that's constantly on your page, they're liking your stuff, like slide into their messages and see what they're all about. One, provide value. Never just hit them with a, hey, follow my Facebook group. Slide in, check out their page first, give them a compliment on what they're working on. Just remember, you're a human speaking to another human first. Compliment what they're doing. You're shaking your head, which means you agree.
That's what that is. That's exactly what that means. Yes.
Slide into their messages, compliment what they're doing, but actually give a genuine compliment. Don't just be like, hey man, sell your stuff, like your TikTok content. No, compliment something that they're actually doing, and then say, want to check out what you're doing further, like would love to hear you out on what you're doing. Let them talk, and then after, respond to them as they are human. You can kind of tap into this a little bit better, but first message should be like, hey man, saw your content, love that you're doing XYZ, would love to hear more about what you're doing in the online space. That's how I usually approach it.
Yeah, I go in with a personalized message. That's the number one thing that's going to allow you to convert when you're doing outbound messaging. And just to backtrack there, I know so many people who have businesses who do not do outbound messaging, and they are making a huge mistake. They think, oh, I have a business that's making me a couple $1,000s a month. I'm too good to do outbound messaging. And that, in my opinion, that's ridiculous. You should always be doing outbound messaging till you get to a point where you can leverage virtual assistants to do outbound messaging for you. Like if you have any additional time inside of your business, it should be spent doing outbound messaging and interacting with other people inside of your niche. So don't just think that, oh, you know, I'm just going to rush to paid ads and blah, blah, blah. I've seen people do that before, and that's just a massive mistake. Like paid ads are the last thing that you should do. It should be, well, one, you should sell a product before you create it. If you're doing affiliate marketing, you already have that product. The next thing you should do is outbound messaging yourself at that Dream 100. Then you should hire a virtual assistant to do outbound messaging for you. Once that's successful, then you should consider running paid advertisements if you even need to. You could just hire more virtual assistants and have more ad accounts. I know people who make $100,000 a month plus with 0 ads. So there's this huge misconception that like, let's get to paid ads and then let's scale it up. It's like, look, I've run Facebook ads before, I've run YouTube ads before, I'm looking into TikTok ads. A great way to lose a couple $1,000s really fast is to run a YouTube ads or a Facebook ads campaign when you don't know what you're doing and you aren't super crystal clear on who you are targeting. So a word to anyone who's considering just running paid advertisements: do not run paid advertisements unless you have a couple $1,000s to lose, or if you're just a big business, if you're a B2B business and you just have a lot of capital and you're just testing things out, then of course go into paid ads. But as a small personal brand, which is most of the people in here, people who have personal brands, affiliate marketers, people trying to grow businesses, do outbound messaging yourself, be personalized, have conversations with people in the DMs, then from there virtual assistants, then consider paid ads if you even need them.